Hello everybody, my name is welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Mittelafrika. Let's continue on for last off, so we're gonna have to go to speed 5, because right now, we're not involved in any wars. We just beat the Portuguese, we took over Angola, we took over Mozambique, we've already taken over Liberia, so things are looking pretty okay for our little empire. We're at 5% stability, 6% now, and we're also in positive war support, and we have positive political power, so, at the moment, I really don't see us falling apart, which is great news. Oh, because market level support keeps going up. Right, that's actually why we can actually keep doing these things. So you're gonna get us some research speed. A lot of building slots. Replace civilian economy with early mobilization. Guatemala has declared war on the Salvador Commune. Apparently something just happened in Greece. Wait, are they not empires involved in a war? They are. Why are they helping Bulgaria, unless this is a completely unrelated war? I'm not too sure, actually, but okay then. We'll see what actually happens over there. I've never seen the Ottoman Empire actually get involved in that conflict, which is a very strange situation. I don't know why it's happening. So get some German education for the children. Dealing with the British. All that does is get rid of the social liberal support by 0.1. And honestly, I don't think that is such a massive importance. Like, 0.01, is it 0.1 a day? 0.01, yeah, 0.01 a day. It's like, it's not a huge concern. There's bigger things that I'm concerned about than that. So, it's almost 1938, and once 1938 happens, we'll unlock the 1938 budget, as well as a time for change. So, what are we going to do? In the meantime, probably get these 2 civilian factories, I think. 35 days as well, pretty cheap. War propaganda. What do you actually do? Surrender limit, mobilization speed. We are still technically mobilizing very slowly. But I don't really think it's important at the moment. We probably have better things to spend our political power on. Such as one of these guys. Supply consumption. You know, let's get the research speed guy. A little bit, decryption also doesn't really hurt. We're still autonomous puppet. I don't even know how you gain, the little chess pieces. Subject computer war score plus 7.38. Active attaches. Overlord send Lend-Lease to Overlord. Exporting to Overlord. So right now, we're not doing anything. I don't know how you have any contribution to war score, because those are wars completely independent of anything that the Germans have done. Apparently, they've non-gone to Constantinople for another 2% stability. I don't know why they're touring all these places. Like, these are like active war zones for the most part. Like, they must have gone through this at some point, right? Unless they went around, like, sailed through Italy. But that's also a war zone. So, just another plus percent stability. We're at 20%. I think that's fantastic. Serbia, or Bulgaria and Serbia has ended their hostilities. Ottoman Empire has ended hostilities. Apparently Bulgaria won. Or Bulgaria lost, I should say. I mean, it really looked like they were winning for the longest time. So I don't know how Bulgaria managed to actually fuck that all up, but sure. So yeah, you saw like 5 divisions. Basically would be a pushover in any actual war. How many troops do I actually have down here? I have 9 divisions. So we can actually probably send 3 more divisions up to the north. And keep going until this is green like that. There we go. We'll send in our reinforcements. These guys probably should be fine where they are. People have just taken over in Bulgaria. So there come a Social Democratic. That's not a big deal whatsoever. I mean, everybody else is... I mean, it does seem like left-wing forces are overall winning. Because, you know, we got stuff like Ukraine, Bulgaria, the Dutch. Totalists have just won in the commune in India. And it looks like the far left has also won in the Netherlands. Fantastic. So, yeah, it definitely seems like this is going to be a syndicalist-heavy game. This final showdown. Are you actually about to attack somebody and me already? Notice war support. That's fine. So, no national focus set. We can get 2 military industries. Or I can save up my political power. Because it saves up to 30 days. No, it saves 10 days. Never mind. I don't use any of the 70-day focuses. So we're just going to get the 2 military factories for... No, I can get that research speed for in 35 days. So we're not going to be able to start all the 1938 focuses right away. I mean, there's going to be like a 4-day delay. But honestly, that's not a huge deal. It's nothing that we should really lose sleep over. So getting these guys to reinforce the Entente. So what are you guys all doing? Our place in the world. So they've consolidated Spain. Oh, they've actually managed to avert the Civil War entirely. Interesting. I didn't actually know that could happen. I mean, I knew it could happen, but I've never seen it happen, I guess I should say. So our place in the world. So they can either claim the Bourbon throne. Nepal's declared a war on... Okay, I've also never seen this happen. I don't know why Nepal's declared war. Joining the Reichspakt would be helpful. Joining the Entente would be helpful. Or them doing their own thing. I don't know why Nepal's declared a war. That's very surprising to me. Let's just go like that. That should be fine. We'll deploy all new troops onto the northern front there. So yeah, it's almost 1938, which means we can start researching this and have it be a no big deal. And you guys are... Deploy all the way up to the north. We'll only make 1 division. I think that should be fine. At least for now. Because how many guns do we need? We probably need, yeah, 14,000 rifles. We're losing 170 a day. We're making 22. The Kaiserreich has declared war on the Ottoman Empire. We'll see how that goes. Are they worth all... Okay, they're not worth all 3 sides. You know, this would have been a lot better, by the way, Kaiserreich, if you declared war while the Ottomans were fighting the Belgrade Pact as well. You at least could have gone, like, some sort of 2-front war situation going on there. But instead, you decided not to do that whatsoever. But that's fine. You know, I'm not here to judge you. Necessarily. Okay, so join Entente or reclaiming the Bourbon throne. Either way, any of these actually help us. Well, not we stand alone. That actually would be the opposite of what we want. Yeah, let's declare war on the Ottoman Empire as well. Begin recovery, because I'm assuming... Yeah, they're a little bit upset. So what are you guys doing? Canada is getting some investment in India. Demand home rule. And you guys, a lot of you guys down here are pretty fascist. Like most of them are. A 1938 budget. Black Monday was 2 years ago, yet the impact is still visible. So we can either... Germany needs our army. Construction speed goes down, but factory output goes up by a lot. Or construction speed goes up, and factory output goes up by a little bit. Yeah. Let's just keep doing that one. I think that makes the most amount of sense. 1938 budget has passed. The Rashiki Kingdom has joined the Cairo Pact, which is, okay, a little state there. Nepal was annexed, which is surprising, because every single time the Entente has ever fought Nepal, it lasts for, like, years, because they can never fight into the mountains. But apparently the Commune can do it in, like, 2 weeks. Okay, so it's time for change. 10% stability. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. How many troops do you actually start off with? 7 to 11 divisions. So you should actually be able to really divert Ottoman attention, because the Ottoman Empire is really not... I mean, they're pretty strong, but, like, can they really fight against all these fronts at the same time? That is a good question. Yeah, so Nepal just immediately loses. Portugal's joined the Entente. So it's a good thing that they didn't do that earlier, because otherwise we would have been at war with the Entente as well when we tried to claim over all of Portugal's colonies, which would have led to a German Entente war, which would have been it would have been interesting, because I don't actually know how that would really play out necessarily, because Canada can't really attack Germany. Germany can't really attack Canada very well. National population has gone up by a little bit. Social democracy has gone up by a little bit. Oh, a lot of things are showing up here. So it seems that some of our disgruntled administrators have made an appeal directly to German cabinets, trying to grow over von Goring's head to have him removed. So political power goes down by 25, and national populism goes up by 5%. The muckrackers. While our friends in the government dismiss the accusations presented to leak to the press, the honor of Statthalter has been impinged. Okay. So stability goes down by 4%, but social democracy goes up by a little bit. And the corruption investigation. Contain Van Goring and quietly change administration or quash the investigation. It's come to our attention that Berlin has begun investigating certain financial irregularities. Who is Berlin to tell us what to do? They're nobody. That's my answer. Quash the investigation or contain Von Goring and quietly change administration. Well, do we want to change the administration right now? I mean, Von Goring's actually in charge of both. Let's quash the investigation. Don't you try to investigate into my illegal activities down here. Everything here is a million times above board. Don't worry about it too much. So, sovereign state. This is not a path that we should tread lightly. Forces both within and without it will try to stop us. Or an African land tag. Restore British self-rule. Autonomous kingdoms. Absolutely not. We're going to definitely go for a sovereign state. Who do you think they can... They can't govern themselves. Clearly, I know what's best. And it's a strong, colonial state that's heavily militarized and ready to go to war at the drop of a hat. Resistance in the factories, 10%, a negative 10% stability. Workers in our new factories are discontent. Just don't worry about it very much. We're at 4% stability. This will give us 10%. It'll offset one of the bad events we've had so far. Establish Alliance Society and the Protectorates. Building slots a lot of places. The Protectorates will not take this well. Annex British colonies. Assume the title Viscount. This will make us a nominal puppet of Germany, giving us much greater autonomy. But there is going to be a shit ton of stability penalties here. So I've been doing my best. The Kaiser's warrant. Seeing Von Goring freely resist any attempts of judicial investigation, German government has seen fit to issue an arrest warrant for... Sovereign sign becomes the governing party. I don't know who that is. Public elections will not be held. National populism goes up by 15%. Sure, why not? So we've now gone national populist. We're still an autonomous puppet. So nothing's really changed. I mean, our stability is pretty bad right now. Germany, they've accepted Goring. Germany has begrudgingly accepted a drop of matter for now, likely. They thought it was not worth the trouble. Nevertheless, many in our government are not happy, and we have made enemies in Berlin this day. We shall remain in power. Political power minus 100. Again, not great, but it could be significantly worse. I mean, I've made the lives of everybody in Africa significantly worse. There's really no question about that. Also, apparently, still plus 200 in faction, so Germany really doesn't care what we do. Again, I've made the situation, everybody in Africa is just, I would imagine, very upset by these changes. We've gone full national populist here. So, you know, it's not a great time for them. So, who is winning in... apparently, Siamese Civil War is actually still going on. How the hell is that possible? Where's the hell Siam? Oh, they're just stuck all the way down here. So definitely the Siamese Federation is going to win. There's really no question about that. Okay, you guys will deploy soon. We're still missing 12,000 rifles, and we're getting... I mean, 22 a day is not a lot, but how long will this shortage last for? It'll last for another almost 2 years. That's not great. Okay, time for change. 10% stability. And I'm assuming, a sovereign state. Hawaii has joined the Reichspakt. I have... What? Why? Why would they have joined the Reichspakt? I don't actually understand. But sure, why not? I mean, more allies for us, I guess. I don't know if we're ever going to need the help. Okay, Kingdom of Spain has also joined the Reichspakt. So the Reichspakt is looking pretty strong right now. Argentina has joined the Reichspakt. I don't know why so many people are joining the Reichspakt all of a sudden. I've never seen these people join the Reichspakt. I've never seen Hawaii or Argentina join. To the point where I didn't know it was actually even possible that they could join. Empire Brazil has joined the Entente. So, I mean, they're still a national populist. Got a plus 40 opinion of me, which is nice. So, I don't know. We're kind of in an interesting situation, like, looking at the world map. I mean, I was saying earlier that Nicaragua has joined the People's Vanguard. Okay, sure. Why not? Is there going to be an Entente Reichspakt war? I mean, it's not impossible. The Third Internationale probably can't win against... It also really depends on what Russia is going to do. Because Reichspakt right now has gone Finland, they've gone Hawaii. I mean, that doesn't really matter. They've gone Argentina. So we have, strong bases around the world. Monarchy's been restored to Greece. That's fine. Like, I don't really care that much. Deploy more troops onto the Entente border. Let us get better rifles. What if we declare our independence? And then, I mean, does it declare independence? No, overall, it just gives us more autonomy. It drastically reduces the stability in our country. The Yemeni Ottoman Empire has ended their things. Salvador Colonial has declared war on Nicaragua. So did you win? Okay, you're independent, so you've kind of won your war there. El Salvador, I mean, they're brave. That is one thing I can say about them. Guatemala has joined the People's Vanguard. Sure. Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit broken. It's a tad bit not working correctly right now. So, I mean, it looks like the Ottomans... I'm still 50-50 on if the Ottomans are going to win. I'm kind of leaning towards no. We're looking at about even numbers on most things. Apparently, Iran is not actually part of the not part of the Cairo Pact, which is very odd. I mean, they used to be part of it. I don't know what happened. Iron God, Romania just fighting against us. How? They're going to nationalize the oil industry. One of the following must be true. Germany Empire is at war or after... Okay. So I'm guessing Germany might be able to clear war on Romania. That's probably why. Revolt in the Reichspakt at the fall of the Russian Empire. In the World Krieg, Germany occupied vast territories in Eastern Europe. So you've gone national populist. They betrayed us. They're at war with our faction member. Yeah, I mean... So, the Reichspakt's been able to secure territory all outside of the traditional territories of the Reichspakt, but everything within the European Reichspakt is just falling apart. The commune was annexed. To the surprise of absolutely nobody. I don't think anybody is at all surprised by this turn of events. I am not going to join the war against Lithuania because there's no reason for me to. It's just going to drop my stability, which is something that I definitely do not want to happen. But I do think it's going to be a good time to end this episode. So thank you for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, run a thumbs up. Not do I click a thumbs down. I want to subscribe, and goodbye.